Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade. Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago, where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.
Set. 180. Good track. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Stafford on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And the Lions
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now the offense for Detroit.
Each and every year you like to spotlight guys who improve their game from year to year. Wide receiver Kenny Galladay did exactly that with Detroit in 2018. More than doubled his receiving yards, went over 1,000 yards for the first time in his career, and went from a guy who was a jump ball specialist to a guy who can run the full route tree and become a dependable downfield threat.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Watch the safety creep.
Now it's Hines. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Stafford's pass, complete to Kenny Galladay. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Quickly now a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
Two-time All-Pro center Jason Kelce is one of the most athletic centers in the league. In fact, he went to the University of Cincinnati as a walk-on linebacker before converting to the offensive line. Can pull, trap, get out in front of runners in any situation, and one of the more intelligent centers in the league as well, handling all of their line calls.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They begin the drive with Williams. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, it's Williams. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Third down.
From the end zone, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Riddick light on his feet. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Riddick. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Wentz's pass intended for Alshon Jeffrey.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. 5 plays there on that drive. No result, Philadelphia in the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. Offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. A little tough on the secondary there. End zone defensively.
What's up?
Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on
it, you 1-1 or 2-0?
Man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
I got one. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 72.
On second and 11 now. Stafford to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check.
Wait, so QB accuracy is at 2-0.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game.
No, it's at 5-0.
Some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between.
On Operation Sports it said 20-25.
They run, it's Williams. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
You gonna see me? 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, watch the screen.
To throw is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
Are the Lions your favorite team? Not my thread, ... lol.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Reddick with a carry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the
I had QB accuracy at 4.8, but now it's 5.0.
86. He's sneaky, guys. Watch out for 86.
And no, Packers are my team.
On 3rd, and that is incomplete.
Oh.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on now, let's go!
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. Alert flare, alert flare.
This is Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
22.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And now it's 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 13. Check
They run with Hines. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. It's caught inside the 25.
What is your thread called?
A very solid gain of 27. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Here's Hines. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm like 7. Shit.
Now the second-year man from South Dakota State. It's Zach Zenner trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Schneid 1S Madden Sliders.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. You're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Wentz, and that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
Watch the slant! Watch the slant! 6 guard! Check 6 guard! Hey, 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 hey!
From the 30 on second down, Stafford, pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Gets this to his running back center. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Eagles kick off
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
at their own 9-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. To throw, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On first down, they run with Howard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Going to have to stop at halftime.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that drives 7 plays and wins. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as those guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. Third down here. Out of the gun, Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Right side caught by Jackson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year.